Once upon a time, there was a monk and his disciple. They were traveling through a village. It was afternoon, and both the monk and his disciple were hungry. They were looking if they can go to a house where they can get their food. Nearby, they saw a hut. Then both of them went to that hut and knocked at the door. A man in poor clothes opened the door and saw them. He asked both the monks what was the purpose of their coming. Then the disciple said that we are very hungry. Can you arrange some food for both of us? Then that poor man welcomed them and gave some food to those monks. Then, after taking the food, the monk went outside and saw a fertile land. But no one was looking after that. No one saw the seeds and did any agriculture. When the monk asked to whom the land belonged to, the poor man said that it was his land. The monk then asked the poor man like this, "How do you earn money to run your family?" Then the poor man replied, "I have a buffalo which gives a lot of milk. I daily sell the milk and earn money to run my family. I get sufficient money to run my family." After some time, it was getting dark, and the monk asked the man like this, "It is getting dark. Can we both spend this night in your hut?" The man agrees. At midnight, the monk woke up his disciple and said to his disciple that we have to leave this place right now. And another thing is that we have to take the poor man's buffalo with us. Then, by listening to the monk, the disciple thought, why master wants to take the buffalo with him, as this was the only livelihood for that poor man who helped us and gave food and shelter to us. But the disciple could not say anything because the monk was his master. Then both the monk and his disciple took the buffalo with them and silently they left from there. Some years passed, but still the disciple did not understand why his master behaved like that and steal the buffalo of the poor man. He was very much worried about that incident day and night. Then he decided one day to go to that poor man and see how the poor man was living without his only livelihood, the buffalo. Then the disciple went to the village and saw near the poor man's hut so many fruit-giving trees. The disciple thought like this after seeing those trees that were bearing many fruits. How all these barren lands are converted into fruit-bearing trees. He was surprised to see the trees and became very happy. Then the disciple saw the poor man coming towards him. The disciple greeted the man and said that, "Do you remember me? One day I and my master came to your hut and stayed there for one night." Then the man said that, Yes, I remember you, and I am very happy to see you again." The man invited the disciple to his house. They both went inside the house, and the disciple was excited and happy to see his new home. He did not believe his eyes and asked that poor man how he became such a rich person. Then that man said like this, "That night when you came to my home, my buffalo was missing. I searched for it everywhere, but I could not find my buffalo. Then I thought I should do something to earn money for me and for my family. Then my eyes fell on my barren fields. I thought to do agriculture in those lands to feed my family. I went to the forest, cut the branches of the trees and sold them and got some money. With that money, I brought some seeds and sowed them. That year, I got very good harvest. Then by selling the harvest, I got so much of money. Then I bought some fruit plants and planted them in my field and did very hard work to grow these saplings into fruit-bearing trees. Now I became best fruit seller in this whole village. My business is now very good. But one thing is that if I could have found my buffalo again, I might not have did any effort to grow the plants in my fields and used to stay poor now also as before. Then that disciple said that you could have done this work before you lost your buffalo also. Then the man replied, that time the money coming by selling milk was enough to run my family. Also, I was lazy to do that much hard work to grow plants in my field. But now, as I lost my buffalo that night, there was no other way than doing agriculture in my barren fields and become such a rich man as I am now. This is the result of my hard work. Then after reasoning to that man, the disciple understood why his master took buffalo with them. He got his answer, and then the man bowed to the disciple and the disciple went away. Friends, from this story, we must learn that laziness of the poor man was the reason of his poverty. Because of easiness of selling the milk which his buffalo gave, he got used to sell his milk and made the means of his livelihood. He did not think any other means to get more money so that he can improve financially. In the same way, people get acquainted to their work even though the salaries are less, and we can also say that they become lazy to do hard work and grow to the greater positions in their jobs. They get adjusted to their poorness and lead their lives without thinking about the future. Then, in the future, even if they repent for their laziness, they cannot get the time back, and in the old age, he cannot do any work and spend all the days they live with diseases. They even will not be having any money to cure their diseases that are natural in old age. So, we should work hard and earn more money in our young age when we are healthy and fit so that we can use the money in the old age. If we are lazy, we become a burden in our families. This laziness will become the cause of breaking relationships either with friends or with families. Laziness is a secret ingredient that goes into failure. And also, we cannot achieve our dreams if we are so lazy to do any work. We cannot improve ourselves and our works because of this bad habit of laziness. A lazy person postpones his work and finally he will not be able to do particular work at a particular time. Laziness is a habit of getting tired before he begins his work. Laziness is the enemy of progress. So one must leave his laziness to progress in life and work hard to achieve his goals. The great masters like Swami Vivekananda said, "Arise, awake and stop not till your goal is reached." He said indirectly that if we don't work hard but want success is something which cannot be obtained. One more quote of Swamiji, he said, "Take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, let your brain, nerves and muscles be full of that idea and just leave laziness aside. This is the way to success." This quote is the antidote to laziness. If one doesn't have any goal to achieve in his life and be lazy all the time, he is more dead than alive. So friends, we must learn to achieve our goals by leaving our laziness aside and work hard to reach our goals in our life.